The Ugly Duckling. Once there lived a little duck family on a farm. Mummy Duck was sitting on her eggs, waiting for them to hatch. There were 5 eggs waiting to be hatched. One day the eggs began to hatch, and soon after 4 little ducklings came out. The sweet little ducklings were adapting the new world with joy, quacking and walking around with the mother duck. However, the largest egg of them all was still trying to hatch. The mother duck was worried. She thought that there must be some problem. She decided to wait a little while longer, and at last the largest egg hatched with a great confusion. The poor duckling began to look around. They all were confused because this duckling didn't look like his siblings. He was much more broader and had white feathers. The other ducklings began to laugh at him. "What an ugly duckling you are! You don't look like us." "I don't get it. Why don't you look like your siblings?" Later the time passed and the duckling grew older, but the ugly duckling was much bigger than the other ones. Even the color of his feather was different. The other ducklings said, "You grew up so fast. How did you turn out to be so different?" Time was passing by, and the ugly duckling was growing up to be a sad duck. None of his siblings wanted to play with him. Mother Duck, on the other hand, was doing her best to protect him. As the days passed, the ugly duckling was feeling horrible, crying all night. He would silently cry and think to himself that no one would ever love him. One day, the mother duck was caught by hunters. He decided to leave the farm. He swam to the other side of the lake. He asked the same question to all the animals. "Did you see any ducks who look like me?" He received the same answer. "No, we haven't looked any ducks like you." The geese asked him to get away from here. There are hunters all around. He began to move along. Now he was alone and went to another lake. He asked himself, "I will hide here forever." One day he saw a herd of white long-necked birds migrating to south. He looked at them with admiration. "How beautiful they are! I wished I could look like them." Winter had come. The duckling fell in love with the sight of the snow. Due to heavy snow, the duckling was finding hard for the food. He was cold and tired. He came across a farmer. The farmer felt sorry for him and gave him his jacket. He said, "I will take you home and take care of you until you grow." The farmer did as he said. The ugly duckling grew and the spring came. The farmer decided to leave him in a lake so that he could move around freely. Then the ugly duckling looked at his reflection in the water. At first he was amazed. He thought that it was someone else behind him. He flipped his wings and stretched his neck, and his reflection continued to copy him. Right then he knew that this amazing bird was no one else but himself. He thought that I must return home. On the way home, he came across a wedge of swans. As he was one of them, they took him along. Ugly Duckling was traveling, enjoying with swans. Yes, from the beginning, he indeed was a swan. He was just an unfortunate egg which got stuck in between the ducks. But now he was with his family, and ahead of him was a happy life. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you.